because you were competing again with Max. You know, that guy
No,
changed his
man,
lineups like he changed his underwear.
It's really just been guys that didn't want to do it. I've never fired anybody in my life. You know,
Right.
These are dudes that just like. We have such a grueling tour schedule, man. It's not a fucking joke. Like, if you're out here to just lollygag and look cool and be in a band for a minute, you're in the wrong place.
It also takes a lot in your life.
This is dedication.
To be able to do this, and if you can't, you have personal things going on, or you have,
you give up a lot of shit.
Yeah, jobs and stuff
Right.
like that. If you have to be able to, to me, you have to be able to tour in your life to actually go out and tour. Everyone has the ability to just go do it, but like, can you sustain in life and then do this at the same time? I think that's more of the quest for the lineup.
It separates the man from the boys, as they say.
And the proof's in the pudding. Not one other guy that's ever been in this band is playing music. So if that's not a statement of what they,
they're not here to give you any money, but I do have.
if that's not a statement of what they were about, then I don't know what it is. Because if they were about music and I was just a piece of shit asshole,
Do you guys want some
they would be in
chicken tenders? I have
bands.
some
They would be
already
doing
made.
things musically. They're not.
I am not ever turning down
I just think they were just it's the right guys at the right time type of deal. And I think Metallica, Five Finger Death Punch, Avenged Sevenfold, Volbeat, the biggest bands on earth are shitting out new members, and that's just the way music is now. You know, like they said with the devotion and shit, it's hard to balance that kind of life.
So growing up and then watching Max do his thing, did you feel that give you more of a mental preparation for the gruelingness of what it takes to be a touring musician?
No, because ever since I've known him, he's been in a bus. You know, he never rode in a van where I met him or seen that experience on his behalf. So for me, it's harder and crazier and things.
Did you
that
feel
I
like
never
you
knew
had
about.
a grasp on it before you got into it?
The things I learned from him was stage presence. You know, that's it. You know, he's not a business savvy guy. He's not these things. That's Gloria.
Yes.
You know, that's Gloria. That's who you watch. That's who I've learned all that from. You know, Max is a writer. He's a showman. You know, and that's what he does great. And that's what I've been fortunate to see so much, to watch and understand how to pull a crowd into your hands. You know, it's just, it's two balances where I was lucky to learn a management side as well as the artistic side of it. So that was...
Sounds like you have a pretty good foundation.
I mean, to start a band and be in music, it's
like bar mitzvah.
What is the...
That's all right.
Don't get excited.
what is the biggest thing that you have learned outside of that? You know, being away from those influences, and being away from, I guess, that I don't want to say security blanket by any means, but being out here on your own, doing it yourself without necessarily having that guiding or helping hand.
I don't know. We've kind of done that since day one. I mean, the only thing he ever really did was gave us a tour. You know, and then it was like, go figure it out. You
So
know,
he had the wherewithal to just kind of kick you out of the
just
out of
never
the
really
nest.
had
On top of
anything.
that,
He
your
just
first tour you did
he
was
just
in a car.
He just never really had anything to do with Insight. Like everybody has this conception where he's like hands on. You know, it's like he's
exactly.
never done
He thinks that
shit.
they're
for
writing, he's
Insight.
writing music for some riffs and shit.
He's like,
you know?
he's just been like, hey, Rich, I'll put you on this tour, make it happen. You know, and that's how it is. I think that's how it is with any kid doing any job in their life. It's just, you just do it. You just jump into it and go. You know, it's not like
Learn on the way.
He hands this throne off to you to where you can start playing now. You know, it's just like, no, man.
Oh, for sure. I absolutely don't want to discount
too.
You guys.
Oh, you're not
I'll give
at
you
all.
an interesting perspective
You're not at
because, you know, I got to see one of Richie's first shows because I used to be in this other local band from Phoenix, and Incite opened for us. So I got to see one of Richie's first shows. And there wasn't this, like, you know, it wasn't like Max's crew was setting up their shit and doing all this stuff. They showed up. Max and Glow showed up right as, you know,
I mean, we've never had a roadie in 15 years.
Yeah.
It's been us. But, you know, I think it's
I hear
cool
you don't
to-
want roadies. Last time I had roadies, and shit's cost me more money than I made.
Well, I mean, I love a roadie, man. I you know, when you drive and you do gear and then you play and you do all these things, it kicks your ass, you know. But it's the best thing in the world. It's the best thing in the world.
Well, speaking of all that, how do you guys kind of like chill out and unwind? And, you know, get from one spot to the next.
Smoke weed?
Yeah, lots of weed, man.
Smoke weed?
We're not like the big alcoholics, you know, so we don't have that hangover issue. And you know, we found now that we've toured so much, we try to go like to lakes and fucking swim for the day. We went and saw the Georgia Guidestones, which are fucking epic, and Niagara Falls. And now we're starting to just kind of enjoy the touring situation a lot more than in the past, because just learning how it all goes now, you kind of know what you can do and enjoy it a little more, so that's cool for sure.
What is the biggest joy about touring outside of obviously playing?
Seeing the world.
Yeah.
Meeting people, making friends, connections.
Yeah, people that have the same kind of, at least, common interest in one.
What we do is 30 minutes to an hour a night.
Right.
The rest is all day to find the world, and the world has a lot to offer.
I like the just the goneness of it. You don't look at news. You don't concern with the bills. You don't. There's just so much that disappears from the regular life that you have. That you don't think about out here, and that's one thing I've always enjoyed about it for sure.
Do you guys get involved in the goings on of the world? Speaking of news and whatnot, or you kind of just disassemble yourself from that while you're touring?
Actually,
I think that's kind of what you are forced to look at because you travel and tour. So you're talking to people that might have a thought of how things are, and that's not it at all. So you're kind of educating people as well as being educated at the same time about what's going on.
You get to change. You get to expand your worldview. Because people have these preconceived notions about other countries and other cultures and stuff, and you can dispel a lot of that because you get to see it for real, you get to bust those stereotypes and confirm some too.
Rude and French.
Yeah, like the old.
Just the ones in Paris, I get it.
No, not even then.
I'm kidding.
Not even then. But I'm sure they're out there. But yeah, you get an interesting perspective of what other countries and cultures think of America and American politics and all that.
Spain.
They're a lot more open-minded. I'll say that.
People outside of America are more open-minded than Americans.
Go figure, right?
That's a news quote of the day right there.
Yeah, who'd have thought?
I suppose the coolest places you guys have been.
South America is still my favorite.
Yeah.
I think that was just
I like
insane.
Russia.
Russia is very,
awesome.
very cool.
Just because it was not
amazing.
ever anything I ever considered that I would ever do in my life.
South America too, though.
And we smoked a joint in Russia, and that was fucking cool.
Yep.
I didn't expect that all the way out there.
One of my favorite experiences, we went to South America, and we had a lot of time to kill. And we went, and we went and saw the Christ the Redeemer statue.
Yeah,
and somebody asked me, you can cross that off your bucket list. And I'm like, that wasn't even on my bucket list. That's something you saw in action movies and on National Geographic. Yeah. And there we are, standing in front of it, getting our picture taken by the security guard there. That was a surreal moment.
There's been a couple of those where you're like, I just never saw myself being. I never would have imagined.
What's the biggest one for you?
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge was rad. Yeah.
That was fucking. You felt like you were the gods of the ancient world. Yeah. That was fucking cool.
Stonehenge was awesome for me being a Beatles fan. Walking Abbey Road with the brothers, that was fucking rad.
That's cool.
That was probably one of my.
That's another thing. I'm not a big Beatles fan, and I've seen the shit, but you never imagine
that
shit.
You would be there
one day I'm gonna fucking be taking that photo, and it's gonna go inside of records.
We've really seen a lot of shit.
Certain things like that, like I said, they're not bucket list items because you can't even imagine, you can't fathom getting to do that.
Yep. And from rocking out, that's the coolest part. It's maybe being a business dude, you could have saw that shit, but not man. It's cool as fuck.
We've been very fortunate to see a lot of cool shit.
Where is the place that has been the most shocking as far as either culture shock or just I can't fucking believe I'm standing here?
South America again.
South America again.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of third world, and that's not what you ever thought. You see homeless people in America, that's what you think, but it's
a different kind of homeless.
You can see a third world right here in the United
Philadelphia
States.
was
a whole
pretty
nother
shocking.
world.
When we drove down through Philadelphia just to see how dirty and gross it is, and some of the
and it goes for miles.
That was I was pretty shocked.
Yeah, over by Temple University, that was pretty shocking. Because it's all super nice, brownstones and nice architecture, and boom.
Then you go to Rio, a lawless country, and it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
And people that don't have anything will give you the shirt off their back.
Yep.
Best hospitality ever.
And
they live in these tin shanties, you know, the favelas or whatever they're called. They just have a whole different way of appreciating it. You know?
So speaking of appreciation, what have you guys learned to appreciate the most? Doing the band, doing the touring, playing all these amazing places, seeing all the shit you guys have gotten to see. What is the one thing that you appreciate the most?
All of it. It can be taken away like that. Especially in music, man. We see bands come and go left and right, and for us to still be rocking and getting to do it.
Members.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Yep. I've learned to appreciate toilet paper and having it in abundance.
Yeah.
But it's time to kick some ass and get this day started. The soul flies late, of course. All these rules they got on these bus drivers now, you know, you can't do shit anymore.
Right.
That's the beauty of being in the van again, you know. You can
Do what you want.
things on your own terms.
That's cool.
Yeah,
All right.
see, here's the, what it looks like.
Yep.
You know?
And you also see that it's not like we get anything handed to us. We're about to go lug everybody else's gear.
And if we don't start, we're gonna get yelled at.
Fair enough. All right, well, Richie, guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Brother.
If I get one thing from you guys, if I can get, hey, this is Richie Cavalera from Incite, and you're listening to The Plot Hole. That'd be great.
Pothole, right?
Yes.
What's up? This is Richie Cavalera, Insight, and you're listening to The Pothole. Keep it fucking heavy.
I appreciate it, guys.
Hey, man. Really, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
man. I was keep it fucking heavy. He said The Pothole, not The Plot Hole. John also is the host of The Plot Hole. He forgot about getting a rock metal talk plug, but it's all good. It doesn't matter. We don't need it. Anytime I need it, I can just contact those guys and we'll make those happen. Got to get John out on more interviews. It was very interesting. I liked his approach. It was casual. It's how we roll at the fucking James Stone show. Man, I got to lose some more. Oh, good shit. No, just kidding. I got to lose more weight, man. I look terrible on the fucking live feed one of the girls posted. I came across it on Facebook already. Like a backstage thing. Oh, my God. I can't. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't think I look like it. Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. I got no one to impress. The band don't fucking tour right now. I don't care. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm going to eat a donut after the show. And a pulled pork sandwich and a cookie and a bag of potato chips and a fucking unsweet tea. I don't know what I'm going to do. But yes, Dickies or whatever it is, catered lunch. So thank you guys for that. Appreciate it. So we're going to play an Incite song. Not, one off the new CD. I don't have that shit yet, but we're going to pick it up and put it in the catalog and get it on John's show. He's going to be back up and running. Invasion, it had some minor delays in production. Me waiting for the board, my technical issues, John getting set back up and all that good stuff. But we're going to finish off, If You're a Star. I'm going to re-record the vocals for that more than likely. He's going to record an intro. We're going to put it all back together, and we're going to release that and officially release I Am Your King at the same time digitally. And then I'm thinking maybe I use some lyrics that I wrote in other bands, or we just start fresh because it's been so long. And, stuff kind of gets stale and stagnant, and a fresh start and in the same direction I think we were. I think we may have been in a few different places, but we seem to, found a similar sound with the second song kind of. So I don't know, it all pan out. I'd like to work on some new stuff, which definitely will happen and be released by the summer in some type of EP, 7 songs, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, yo? I'm still pondering this whole fucking prickly Rickly thing, man. I just don't get it. My whole fucking morning's been ruined. I don't know what the fuck this shit was about. It's I don't know. I don't know who would do that if someone did it.
I don't know the answers to these questions. People are reaching out to me.